Hey, what's good, y'all? It's C Will, and this is the Passive Income Network. On this podcast, we talk about investing in assets that produce passive income. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and leave a comment and say what's good. On this episode, we have a special podcast feature with KarlaGod of Crypto Smart. Let's bring her on the show. Yo, welcome back.
Thank you. How you doing? It's
I
good to
am
see you,
well.
Cyril.
Yes, always a pleasure. So let's
Yeah.
get to it. For the audience who don't
Okay.
know who you are, let's start with another introduction with yourself, and then we'll dive right on into BitSave.
All right. Thank you. So I'm KarlaGod, and I'm the founder of Crypto Smart. I'm a business developer in the blockchain space, and apart from being a business developer, I'm also a music artist. I'm a rapper, and yeah, I just launched. I just dropped my EP. I think 2 weeks ago, and yeah, for Crypto Smart, we're launching our new SafeFi protocol. I know everyone has heard of DeFi, but I don't think a lot of people have heard of safer. It's something actually that we invented. The protocol to help people save and also have finance benefits from. So that's it.
Okay, nice. So I did hear your EP, so great work on that. So
Oh, thank you.
yeah, keep pushing. I get some retweets on there. Um,
Oh, nice.
yes. So I'm watching. So BitSave. So you said so
Yeah.
this is for Nigerians, or where is it? Who
Yes.
is this for? And then can you tell us more about the product? You're talking about saving in terms of like stable coins. Can you break more of this down?
Okay, thank you so much. All right, so I first started work on this protocol back in 2018, and the reason was because I found that yeah, we have the inflation problem in our country.
Mhm.
It's basically every country, but in Africa it's like it's worse because we have to change get the value of our currency from the dollar or from other currencies from the pounds or so, and we know those currencies also have their own inflation. Every fiat currency has their inflation. So the idea was, how can people save in crypto easy enough, like save in dollar easy enough through crypto, such that they don't lose their capital, but they're able to earn some interest on their savings, at least higher than what the banks would give. And what we found that was that research led me to DeFi in 2018. And you know, in 2018, DeFi wasn't really easy to come by.
No.
People were still trying to get used to the Ethereum ecosystem, understand how to use wallets. I'm talking of here in Africa. Over there, probably you guys were already up with it. But here, you have to do a lot of research, find out which protocols are good to work with and all. And one of the protocols that people used a lot, that was easy, that got to Nigerians, was BNB, the Binance chain. Then it wasn't even Binance Smart Chain, it was Beacon chain. And then we had Binance Smart Chain and we had Pancake Swap. And people would buy cake, stake it, sort of like earn returns on it, would use Beefy, kind of stake it. And what I noticed was, whether it was on Binance Smart Chain, whether it was on Ethereum, the my capital, if I say I staked $10,000, if the
Mm,
market goes down or up, both my capital and the returns I'm supposed to get are affected by the volatility.
yep.
So I thought, how can we create a savings protocol, not just a DeFi protocol? How I look at DeFi is investments, and I look at savings. So my experience in helping people manage their assets, whether it's crypto or finance, is letting them know that there's a difference between savings and investment.
Yes.
So for savings, you want to use that money for something. You want to save for something. So at that point, your interest, your goal is to make sure that the capital is secured. That whatever you're saving is secured. $10,000 today, still going to be $10,000 tomorrow, minus inflation.
Inflation.
You don't want to save for, say, your house rent or for school or for whatever, and then you come tomorrow, the price of Bitcoin has gone up or has gone down, and then you're affected. If it can go up, it means it can also go down. So in 2018, I thought of, how do we create a protocol that can do this? And we started by doing the normal physical activity, helping people, teaching them how to get cryptocurrency, how to save,
Mhm.
how to convert, how to watch the market. And then when I started CryptoSmart in 2021, it became one of our services that we provide. But even while we were doing that, I wanted it to be such that people could do it automatically. And
Yep.
that was where I started saying, okay, let's have this as a protocol. So let's create the maths for this. Let's have the mathematics and economics for this. So basically, we started our research. By this time last year was when we started the research. I had done the other active part of it, the business part of it.
Yep.
But by January 2021, we started the math research on it. But what I spoke to my team was that it has to be based on simple interest. Whatever formula that we're using has to be based on simple interest. And then the next thing was the rate has to be automatically calculated by the protocol. So there are things there are constants that we would add, and then there are variables that we would put in. One of the constants is the TVL, total value that's locked in the protocol. Another constant is the reward token, the total supply of the reward token, and the total supply of the reward token in the protocol. So the concept, the logic is the capital should be fixed. That means people should be able to save in a stable coin and get their rewards in a volatile token. Not save in a volatile token and also get the rewards in a volatile token, because
Yes.
there's no stability. So that's the whole essence of
So,
SafeFi.
okay, so just let me make sure I'm understanding. So you said saving in a volatile asset, which would be like a stable
Yes.
coin, and then you may
Yes.
receive your rewards in a volatile asset, but that won't be
Exactly.
as detrimental if it goes down in price because you're saving.
Exactly.
That makes sense.
Exactly.
Mhm.
So the way we calculate the protocol, it's calculated in how do I put it? In the It's not calculated in the dollar value. It's calculated in the amount of tokens.
The
Very
token
good example.
tokens, yeah.
Yes. So what I looked at was what I mimicked was Bitcoin. Years ago, 2009, 2010, 2011, you could mine Bitcoin with your laptop, right?
Yep.
You could mine like 10,000 BTC. You could mine like 100 BTC with your laptop. Computational power wasn't so much then, but in the algorithm, as the price of BTC increases, computational power becomes more expensive to maintain, to mine with. So 10,000 BTC then could be probably $1. And
Yeah.
probably you were able to mine 10,000 BTC in maybe, let's say, 2 days. So when you look at it, the value that you're able to mine in 2 days was $1. Right now, the value is the same, but the amount of the token
Less.
has is reduced. So what the algorithm did was put the value as the priority. Let the value be the constant, and then let the amount of the token be the variable. So what they did was the maths for it. So if 10,000 BTC is equal to $2, hypothetically,
Yep.
0.0001 BTC right now, or 0.000 whatever BTC right now would be equal to $2. So at the end of the day, the computational power is increasing, but the value is the same. So the amount of time you're putting into it is the same. The amount of value you're getting is the same.
Makes
So
sense.
it's the same thing that we try to do for the reward mechanism for BitSave Protocol. And we also put together a buyback mechanism to buy back the reward token. That's when it can really now do have some sort of value. It's a whole lot. I'm going to be excited to show you guys the white paper.
Oh yes, it's gonna be dope. So BitSave, y'all. So what is the name of the token?
Oh, it's CSA tokens.
Say it slowly. Sorry for me.
No, CSA tokens.
CSA token. Okay, cool.
Yes, we already created it.
And then, so is this also on BNB or is this on Algorand?
No, this is on Algorand.
Okay. Oh, you know, I gotta ask
this
for
is
the
an Algorand. No, it's not BNB. It's an Algorand.
Okay.
I have a lot of love for the Algorand ecosystem, so we're building everything here.
Okay, that makes sense. So let's talk more about it. BitSave, you said testnet. Let's talk about what's the next phases in this process.
Yeah. So we already launched in the testnet. The next phase is to do community testing. But this is the plan that I have for the community testing. Me and my team, we thought of, we need to incentivize the community, but we also need metrics. One of the reasons we do community tests is so investors can see the metrics, can see it's easier to show that people did this and see the data on chain than to just give speculations. That's one thing. But then again, for people to actually use to actually get the testing activity, they have to be rewarded with something. So we don't want to reward with tokens yet. We want to reward first with NFTs. So we can say, okay, if you have the NFTs, it's proof that you did this, and it's proof that you are part of the ecosystem, and you get qualified for other airdrops. So what we want to do is reward the community with a certain NFT. So we have all your what's it called? We have the details. That's the number of addresses that have this. So if we want to do airdrops later, we just look what addresses have
Holders.
the NFTs. Yeah, exactly. Who are the holders? And then we send them whatever airdrop that we want to do. But there are gonna be lots of airdrops with the SafeFi protocol, because BitSave is not gonna be the only aspect. There are a lot of other aspects of BitSave, but if I start talking about them now, it might get boring. So it's easier to just show than to just talk. Then the for us to have that, we want to partner with an NFT platform and the Algorand ecosystem. That's what we want to do. So instead of having to do everything ourselves, let's partner with an NFT platform, Algorand Ecosystem, that can help us take up the NFT side of things. So we can do the.
I might have a suggestion for you.
Okay, so we could do the test activity together, and then do it in such a way that, when you're done, you get to claim, an NFT from whatever platform. That would be really, really cool.
That makes sense. Okay, definitely. Yeah. All right, let's talk a little bit more, and can you update the audience on your Borderless events? Because the last one y'all had, I was watching it. It looks like a lot of
did.
Yeah, I was watching. Yeah, a lot of people showed up, and it the panels were very nice, and it seems like people were engaged. Can you talk more about these events and what are y'all building with Borderless?
Okay, it's really great. So we started Borderless in June 2021. No, sorry, 2022. Now the idea for Borderless was this. In 2021, when we started Crypto Smart, we were just doing services. Then by November, December, we decided we're going to build blockchain products, actually, not just services, but now actual blockchain products. And getting developers to work in the Algorand ecosystem was quite challenging. Yep. I had to keep following them up, training them. Okay, take this, read the documentation, get on. I did some introductions to. I looked for some of the developers that I know who were working in Algorand. Thank God the Slack channel for ambassadors was still open, so I could meet some of the developers and chat with them and tell them, this is somebody that I would need you to help us train this person. Put them. They want to get build on Algorand, but they don't know how. The documentation, the different forums, the Discord channels, how to get them in. So series of trainings. A lot of them came from the Ethereum background. They were good with Solidity, but they weren't good with writing smart contracts with Python, or the logic structure alone was quite difficult. So I had to do all of that, and we did that for like 3 to 4 months. Before we could actually get down to actually building some of the solutions that we have on Algorand. So I thought to myself, how many more people are going to have this challenge when they want to build on Algorand?
A lot of people.
So I said, fine, let's start teaching young developers how to get into the Algorand ecosystem. So we started in June. We started our Borderless virtually. As at that time, we didn't have this hub. I'm right now at the Borderless hub. We didn't have this at that time. All we had was, so I spoke to our CTO, Primidak, and I said, so what do we have? We have a domain name, right? We can create a domain name for Borderless. Good. And then, we have internet. At least we had some resources then. We had internet. We can have the virtual classes. And that was how we started. We put up a design. We told people to register, and we sent them mails. We started virtual classes. We started training people virtually, and they were catching on. It was not the conventional kind of training. That we have a different way of training people, and they were catching on. We had to first teach them the basics. You don't use Windows, you have to use Linux. How to teach them how to use the Linux operating system, how to start building some certain things. Basically, the Web 2 knowledge first before we got into the Web 3 space. And then by September, I got a mail from Algorand, because I was keeping them up to date. I got a mail from Algorand. They were going to give us a grant to have Borderless, and because I told them already what we would do, how we'll start with Borderless, what are the things that we'll need. And they provided the grant, and that grant helped us put together the event. It helped us have this hub. It helped us get some of the resources we had. We got laptops, we got smart TV, you
Hey,
can see one of
congrats.
the projectors behind here. And it helped us really set up a conducive environment for learning. And I'm pretty sure if you go through our Twitter, my Twitter, and also CryptoSmart Twitter, you'll see from time to time the trainings that we've been having. And then our federal government decided to have something called a blockchain scholarship program. And we signed up to become mentors for River State. And that gave us a lot of opportunity because we could teach people. I'm pretty sure if you go through, we had different stuff in January. If you go through those tweets, you would see people gathered here, to learn, and it helped us share the tech, the idea of the tech, or how people can build, on Algorand to, a larger set of people. We're planning for our next Cypher program in March, and it's gonna be amazing.
Nice. Yeah, congrats. Like we're saying, I'm watching, I'm paying attention. Y'all are growing. So definitely.
Thank
Okay.
you.
You got any more updates you would like to share about these projects here before we slowly start to close out?
Okay, yeah. One of the first products from Borderless is out. The design. It's called AlgoCal. Now, basically, what AlgoCal is, you know how
Calendar.
we
Algo
have
calendar?
yeah, Algo calendar. I'm pretty sure you saw it. You know how we have a lot of Twitter spaces coming up, and it's like there's no one place to go to
No.
find out, to know which Twitter space is coming, which DevNet activity is coming, testnet activity is coming. And that was how we decided, let's have AgoCal. And it was actually built by the Borderless students. So they've done the design already. One of the students is on the front end. One of the teachers is basically kind of like supervising and all.
Yep.
But when AgoCal comes out, it's you just know that it's being built by the Borderless students. So when it's out, we'll be able to have one place where everybody can go to find out what events are coming up. Instead of always having to do a thread of the
Yes.
events, the
That's
Twitter
what
events that we have
that's
coming
what
up to
I
exactly.
like.
So that's the main reason we're building AgoCal, and I really hope that it gets launched this February before we start. Then another product we're building is Smart Change. Smart Change would help Nigerians buy algos with just basically bank transfers, P2P. So our central banks are trying to do a cashless kind of policy for everyone in Nigeria. So we thought it would be easier to help people make transfers and buy stablecoins on Algorand, buy algos, buy CSA tokens. It would basically be easier for people to do that, and that's another product that is going to be launched, Smart Change. So in all, these are the products that we're getting ready.
Yeah, y'all building. So we got
Yeah, we are.
Algo, we got Smart
Smart
Change,
Change
and
and
then
BitSave.
BitSave. Yes. Okay.
Exactly. Yeah.
Speaking of, you brought up the government. Can you tell us
Yeah.
more about like kind of what's happening? I hear rumors that the government is putting limits on ATM withdrawals. Is this true?
Yeah. It's
Oh
true.
wow.
We've never had this in our country. I don't know, maybe in my lifetime. This is not the first time we're changing the notes, but
Wow.
for some reason, this is the first time it's it's so just it kind of shows you why decentralization is important.
Yes.
Because you go to the bank and they tell you, oh, we can only pay you 4,000 naira. You can't withdraw 100,000 naira. You can only withdraw 4,000 naira. Or you can only withdraw at ATMs, you can only withdraw 20,000 naira. It's the limit is not good. And
No.
then the payment infrastructures are not working very well. Sometimes you can't open your bank app. Sometimes you can't really do transfers. It's just like you can't trust this. You don't know when the bank app will open. You don't know whether it will work, whether it will not work. It's just very unsavory. And then at the banks, the queue to line up to get cash it's terrible. Now our central bank is saying, oh, you can't use the old notes anymore. But the new notes are not in circulation.
What?
For exactly for us to get the new notes, you have to queue up, and they can only give you 20,000 naira, which is like I think
It's
20,000
like not
should be
that
around like
much.
yeah, it's just like $30 or so.
Yeah,
And
30
that's
$40
how
is
much,
what I
and
heard. Yeah.
yeah, and that's how much you can withdraw. It's not great. Now, if you want to have the cash, you have to go to the point of sales section, and they're basically selling the naira notes. So to withdraw 10,000 naira, you're gonna have to pay a fee of 1,500 naira, which is a
That's a 10,
15%
yeah,
charge.
15%. Yeah. Oh,
It's We never thought this would happen.
no.
So right now is the time to really get crypto smart. Like, yeah, we're looking to get funding because we really need funding to get good marketing activity. But the opportunity right now is so much in Nigeria. People want to get out of the system of not having your cash, not having access to your cash. They want to get out of there and get into the system where I can have control over
Yeah.
my money. And the opportunity is so much. And it's one of the reasons why I'm happy about BitSave, and I'm happy about smart change, because basically people will be able to get value, get control, be able to transfer their money from normal fiat, normal money in the banks to crypto. So the opportunity is large. It's
Yeah.
so much. So what I'm really praying for is that we get the funding as quick as possible. We're looking for seed funding for BitSave, and for the rest of our products. And once we have that, we'll be able to really bring this. This is, as far as I'm concerned, this is a really big opportunity for adoption, for blockchain adoption, for
Yes.
crypto adoption in Nigeria, and a good opportunity to bring Algorand into the Nigerian ecosystem. Because by the time you have BitSave, you have to interact with it with Para wallets. You have to interact with it with your my Argo wallets if you're using desktop, or Para wallet on desktop. You basically have to interact with it with wallet. Would have the education aspect fixed. Well, it's a huge opportunity, honestly, Cyril.
Yeah, it is. Okay. So the rumors are true. that
They
that
have to. And we really believe this would happen. Like, our own bank saying you can't withdraw your money. They
oh, that's
absolutely,
scary.
they're really true. It's scary.
Yeah. Well, see, like we say, it's a good thing that you have already been building a solution,
Yes,
right? So
yes, we already do
my
that.
next question or thought is like, how does the government feel about these type of solutions coming up? Like, how would that affect them, or can they stop
Okay.
it from happening?
Okay, yeah, they really can't stop it from happening. Reason is because the SEC wants crypto adoption. They want to regulate it. The CBN doesn't know what to do with crypto, so they are just outright ban. But SEC is saying let's regulate crypto. They already brought in the different guidelines on how we can regulate crypto. They brought in the sandbox system to adopt new companies, although bureaucracy is still there because it's owned by the government. Bureaucracy is there. And then another thing is NITDA, which is the organization I told you about with the federal government. Are looking at training developers, blockchain developers. I mean, you can just Google NITDA, NITDA, and add blockchain scholarship to it, and you will see that they actually ran a program with another company, Dominion Blockchain, in
Okay.
Nigeria, to train Nigerians on how to become developers. So our government is very well interested in the technology. The only issue that we have is that they're not communicating with each other. That's the only
The
issue.
different
If they
departments.
were communicating exactly, so
Okay.
SEC is saying one thing, CBN is saying another thing. At the end of the day, crypto people are still doing our work. I mean, 2021 was when we had this ban, but from 2021 till now, we've seen an upsurge in crypto transactions from Nigeria.
Yeah.
So it's still going on very well. We're waiting for them to make a decision. When they make a decision,
Yeah.
my hair would follow. But crypto is something that is really thriving in the
Okay.
country.
Okay. Well, what about the e-Nara? What's going on
Yeah,
with that?
the in-era needs adoption, but the thing is, it's not enough to just bring the in-era. People need to be able to use it. It needs to be accessible to everyone.
Mm.
I think basically what our government needs to do is employ the capable hands, the people who actually understand crypto, because the same bureaucracy that happens in the government system is happening in the financial system
Uh,
with the in-era. That's exactly what's happening.
so we need to get crypto smart and even more visibility and a bigger.
Exactly, exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
Okay, makes sense. All right. Well, thank you, Karla. Can you tell the folks where to find you and how to get involved with the testnet and BitSafe?
Okay, yeah. So please, we haven't announced the testnet yet because we still want to collaborate with an NFT platform.
Okay.
But our,
We'll
our,
talk
our
about
Twitter is at CryptoSmart now, and then my personal Twitter is _KarlaGod. Karla is KarlaGod. KarlaGod. I mean, you can see it. So underscore KarlaGod. That's it. So you can send us a DM if you want to collaborate. Send us a DM. Follow us. Once we make the announcement, you definitely know for the test activity.
Excellent. Thank you. I appreciate you, Karla. I'm gonna slide you
Thank
out.
you.
Please stay around so we can talk some more.
Okay.
But thank
Okay.
you.
No trouble.
Yes.
Thank you.
Hey, y'all. So you heard it. That was a KarlaGod of Crypto Smart. A very great interview. They're building, and it's much needed. BitSave, Borderless happening. So make sure y'all tap in. Look out for the test net. I'll put the link in the description in the video. So follow KarlaGod and follow Crypto Smart to stay up to date on Twitter. I appreciate y'all for tapping in. Again, C Will with the Passive Income Network. I am gone.